Real Madrid fans everywhere, how are you today? The 38-match season has kicked off with a dramatic victory as Real Madrid secured their first 3 points in La Liga thanks to a last-minute winning goal. Today we have decisive topics: Mourinho's crazy reaction, a strict message to the team's stars, defensive crises in midfield, and harsh criticism of Vinicius's contract. Let's begin with God's blessing. The moment of desperation. Espie rescues Mourinho in the last minute. Real Madrid managed to snatch the 3 points against Espanyol, 2-1, thanks to Carlos Espie's goal in the final minute of the match, in his first official appearance in the white shirt, giving Mourinho a dramatic start to his new tenure with Real Madrid. Match details. Mourinho was standing on the touchline, almost accepting a frustrating draw and the loss of 2 points. Espie came to rescue the Portuguese coach from a harsh setback, confirming the correctness of Mourinho's decision to select him and bring him on in his first official match. Mourinho celebrated Espie's goal in a crazy manner, announcing his strong return to La Liga. Espie's comments. He said, "I think I'm the happiest man in the world right now. I'm very happy with the 3 points and helping the team." He added, "The coach asked me to give my maximum energy and give everything I have in 10 minutes. About the goal, he said, "When I saw the ball coming towards me, I said to myself, I can't miss this." What do you think of Espie's winning goal? Will it be a turning point in Real Madrid's season? Mourinho's strict message to Real Madrid stars from day one. Jose Mourinho has revealed the firm instructions he gave to Real Madrid players from the start of his tenure, stressing that the Merengues shirt demands fierceness and fighting spirit to secure victory in every match without exception. Message details. He made it clear to all elements that any slackness in performance must be avoided. He explained that an institution of Real Madrid's stature cannot afford to drop points in any encounter. He stressed that targeting victory starts from friendly and preparatory matches before official ones. He emphasized that the commitment to the fighting spirit is the essential condition for wearing the club's shirt. What do you think of Mourinho's strict philosophy? Will it bring Real Madrid back to the throne of titles? Mourinho warns Vinicius about the trap and defends him after the match. Jose Mourinho did not merely observe Vinicius Jr.'s agitation during the Espanyol match. He intervened to give the player a direct warning, urging him to control his reactions and not be drawn to provocations from opponents and fans. Warning details. Vinicius got into several arguments with Espanyol players and faced jeers from the stands. Mourinho quickly alerted the player during the match, stressing that he did not want to lose any player due to emotional reactions. He urged him to ignore what was happening around him and focus only on playing. Mourinho's defense of the player. After the match, Mourinho was keen to defend his player, explaining that Vinicius is not infallible, but he believes that what he faces on the pitch is exaggerated. He pointed out that opponents deal with him in a systematic way, which makes him angry and makes it difficult for him to remain calm. He stressed that he spoke to Vinicius about the need to have greater emotional control, even in the way he celebrates goals. What do you think of Mourinho's handling of Vinicius? Will it help him focus more in the future? Criticism of Mourinho for not signing a midfielder who controls the ball. Miguel Serrano on Onda Cero radio criticized some aspects of Real Madrid's project, confirming that the club still lacks a midfielder capable of controlling the ball and moving it as required, despite several transfer windows having passed. Criticism details. Serrano said, "Real Madrid have a lot of room for improvement, and the current team has not yet reached the level they could aspire to." He expressed reservations about Mourinho's comments regarding not touching Vinicius and Bellingham, believing that giving the duo preemptive immunity may not be the best decision. He pointed out that despite more than one transfer window having passed, Real Madrid have not managed to sign a midfielder who excels at moving the ball, linking lines, and playing out under pressure. Do you agree with Serrano's criticism, or does Real Madrid's midfield already have sufficient solutions? Hyson's positioning reveals the flaw in Real Madrid. Spanish analyst Lecante focused on what he described as a worrying scene in Real Madrid after noticing that Dean Huyson was constantly directing Eduardo Camavinga and Fede Valverde to their positions and how to open passing lanes against Espanyol. Scene analysis. Huyson is 21 years old and only in his second season with the club, yet he is forced to direct the pivot players on positioning and opening passing lanes. The incident occurred at a time when Real Madrid were chasing the match, with the clock ticking down, a moment when the midfielders should be shouldering more responsibility. Lecante believes that what happened is not just a passing detail, but an indicator of a flaw in the distribution of roles within Real Madrid. What do you think of Lecante's analysis? Does the scene reflect a real crisis in Real Madrid's midfield? Vinicius's contract sends a dangerous message to Mourinho. Journalist Inaki Angulo launched a harsh attack on Vinicius Jr.'s continued presence at Real Madrid, considering that the player's stay for an additional 6 years represents a real problem for the club. Criticism details. Angulo said, Vinicius's stay at Real Madrid is a real tragedy, plain and simple. He explained that the problem is not about the financial compensation, but the influence the new contract gives him within the club. He added, Vinicius's problem will not be financial. Rather, it lies in the fact that the new contract gives the player greater power and influence. He pointed out that the contract sends a message to coaches that he may exert indirect pressure when decisions are made regarding his participation or exclusion. Do you agree with Angulo's criticism, or does Vinicius deserve everything he has received? Courtois opens fire on the match referee and Espanyol players. Belgian goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois expressed his clear anger at the refereeing decisions that accompanied the match against Espanyol, noting that the on-field referee should have sent Calatrava earlier. Criticism details. Courtois pointed out that the player's roughness and repeated violent challenges on Vinicius and then Carreras warranted a second yellow card. He criticized the opponent's way of dealing with decisions and urged Espanyol's players to re-evaluate their actions and look at themselves in the mirror before pointing fingers at others. What do you think of Courtois' comments? Was the referee too lenient with Espanyol's players? Mourinho wants to get rid of Real Madrid duo, Camavinga and Asensio. Jose Mourinho is racing against time to resolve some pending issues within Real Madrid before the transfer window closes, after asking his agent Jorge Mendes to help find new clubs for Raul Asensio and Eduardo Camavinga. Position details. Asensio has become the 5th first-choice center-back following Konate's arrival, and Mourinho has told him he will not get significant playing opportunities. Camavinga, Mourinho wants him to leave in order to sign a midfielder with greater playmaking and organizational abilities. The departure of the duo could give Real Madrid the necessary room to execute new moves in the transfer market. Do you think the departure of Camavinga and Asensio will be beneficial for Real Madrid? Which news caught your attention the most today? Write to us in the comments. This bulletin is an effort we present for you, and every day we strive to bring you everything new about the club we all love. Your support through likes and subscriptions is what encourages us to continue. Real Madrid is not just a club, it is our home. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to receive all the latest news. See you in the next bulletin.